Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my channel. Welcome to an art adventure with me. My name's Holly, and today we're going to be doing something fun, something different. So a couple of days ago, I put out a post on my community posts and I made a suggestion about doing an artist per month. So like each month we would celebrate a particular artist. So that means that whichever artist gets picked, I'll be colouring in, that month will be dedicated to their colouring books. So that's what this video is all about. We're going to be picking the artist of the month, and I don't want to give it away too much. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy this video. All right, well, let's get into it. And today we are going to be picking the artist of the month. So about a week or so ago, or a couple of days ago, I made a suggestion or asked if anybody would be interested in doing an artist of the month kind of thing, to sort of dedicate the month to a particular artist, which means that I could concentrate on a particular art style from that artist. And I've put in here, I've already created a spinner wheel for all the artists that are going to be included in this pick the artist of the month. So I'm not choosing, you're not choosing, our spinner wheel is going to choose who the artist of the month is. Once we've picked the artist, I'm then going to put all the names of the books in there, and we're going to pick 4 different books depending on who the artist is. And then we're going to pick, if say for example, I've got quite a few Kirby Rosanas, Joanna Basford, Maria Troll and Hannah Carlson books. So we're going to pick 4 different books and 1 page from each book. How are we going to pick the pages, you ask? Well, I'm going to pick 4, maybe 6 pages out of each book that are my favorite that I would like to color. And then we're just going to put in 1 to 6. What happens if we pick an artist that just has 1 book? Well, that's easy. We're going to color in that book and we're going to pick 4 pages out of that book. But I'm not going to pick the page. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say select. I'm going to pick, say maybe 8 favorite pages that I want to color. And out of those 8 pages, 4 of them are going to get picked. So that's how we're going to deal with that. What happens if I've only got 3 books? Well, we're going to colour in each one of those books and we're going to pick a page from each book. So I might get 4, might get 3. So we'll see how I feel. I guess it depends on how big the pages are. If a double page spread happens to get picked, then I'll colour in one side one weekend and then I'll colour in the next side the other weekend. That kind of thing. We'll play it by ear, obviously. I'm not going to stick to any strict rules. What happens if you get tired of colouring that artist, you ask? And I have had people who have been concerned about that. That's okay. This is just for my YouTube channel. If I decide I need to take a break and colour in something else, that's what I will do behind the scenes. So you might see those completed pages in my completed pages video soon. Why haven't you done a completed pages video for August, you ask? Well, I've only got 3 so far and they've all been posted on my channel, so you've already seen them. But there's only 3, so there's not enough for me to sort of showcase at the moment. So once I get to about 8 or 9, I'll probably showcase them. So maybe after September, so maybe the beginning of October, I will actually showcase all of my completed pages for August and September. So I might do it every 2nd month rather than monthly. That way there's a substantial amount of pages to show you. But don't worry, you'll still see them on the community posts. Okay, so let's find out who the artist of September is going to be. Okay, I've been trying to decide whether we pick the artists of them. Do we do it at the beginning of the month, or I'll make a decision in a minute. I think we'll just stick to one artist per month. We'll pick this artist this month, and then in October we'll do the same thing. So you're going to see a lot of these videos. Let's find out who the artist of the month is. It's Sarah Renae Clark. So that is this book. It is, let me zoom you out so we can see that book, Vibrant Wilds. That's this colouring book. Wow, that's cool. Sarah Renae Clark, well done. So that means Sarah is going to, so this book, Vibrant Wilds, is going to be the book of the month, the artist of the month that we're celebrating. So yeah, we're going to be celebrating Sarah Renae Clark. For those of you that have this book, I hope we can do some colour alongs. So I'm trying to decide whether I do a full page colour along with like a sped up version of my colour alongs, because you all seem to like the sped up version that we did last time. This is really good. I really love this book because it takes Neocolors really well. So I can use my Neocolor tools in this book. I'm happy. So that's really cool. Okay, that's good. That means that that's still a chance that Hannah Carlson could be for October, because I really want to do Hannah Carlson in October. She's got that Halloween book. Yeah, I haven't got it yet, but I might just purchase it next week. We'll see what happens. So yes, Vibrant Wilds. Okay, I'm going to count the pages, and then we're going to pick a page. So this is easy. I've only got one book. I was wondering if this was going to happen straight away, and look at that. That's what it's done. So, okay, let's get counting, shall we? Do we count the title page as a page? Well, I guess it's more, not so much pages, it's more I pick the pages that I want to colour. So this is where my book corners come in handy. I've already got a few pages picked out here, so that is actually quite good. So that's a page we've already done. Okay, what pages have we already picked from here? Is that, okay, so this is the Monstera leaf. I'm going to get rid of those because they are confusing me. So we've got the Monstera, this here. We could do a lot with this. So that's definitely one I want to colour. So we'll keep that one. And then I've just noticed on the back as well, there's this lovely mandala, which I also want to colour. So maybe what we might do is make it so that it's, you know, if there's a 2-page on the, so what I do is I use this to tell me which page, or maybe that's to tell us which page. So we've got 2 pages there already. What's the other one that we've got here? Oh, so that's like my, we're not going to include that, so, but we will, no, okay, let's have a look. What pages? So we're going to pick 10 favourite pages that we want to colour out, that I want to colour out of this book, and then we're going to pick 4. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to pick 4. I'm quite happy, so I'm excited. So do I complete the other side? Because this is all nice and like a green background, do we do something on the other side which is a bit more, do I copy this over here? Or do we do something different? I think it'd be really cool to see the 2 side by side. I think because they're the same flower, I'm probably going to do the flowers the same, because I already know the colour scheme there. But do we do like a different background? Like, do we do a night sky background with like a greeny glow? Like, so do we go black into like a green? That's something to think about. So maybe we'll pick that page, because I think that would be really cool to see that coloured on the next page. This birdhouse is really interesting as well. It's one that I want to colour. And also the reef on the other side. I reckon we could have a lot of fun with this in the background as well. I'm just going to have a look through. We'll keep going. There's more of the book, Holly. So we'll find that that's a really lovely page. Water, another mandala, the tree of life, big octopus. That's a nice big floral scene. We've got Olive, we've got Moscow and the cat. Do we do... I'm not quite comfortable with fur yet. That's really lovely. See, I could have a lot of fun with this, but this will take forever. This will take me forever. This is a page that I really want to colour in this double page spread, but it will take forever. Like I would probably have to do... See, I actually don't think it's a double page spread. I think it's sort of like you've got one page there on the other side because they don't sort of like join forces there, which is really interesting. But technically it could be a double page spread. That's definitely a double page spread. Look at that. So many flowers. We've got the piano. We've got the girl. Another double page spread. I think I like succulents, so I'm definitely going to pick this succulent page here. I think that'd be really nice, and we could do quite a bit. We can do whatever we want with the background. I think that'd be really nice. This bee, yep, that's definitely a page that I want to colour. This bee on this big sunflower. I think that'd be really nice. So yeah, we've picked that. I think we want to do this vase page. I think that'd be really great. I've picked quite a few here, quite a few pages. I think I'm going to pick those two from the front. Okay, that's the test page. So let's go back to the front. Let's work out how many pages. I really like this lantern page as well. And now that I've got my Neocolors, I could probably really work with that. Okay, let's pick that page. You know what? We're just going to go for it and spin a wheel, or the number of pages. So we're going to go. So we've got 1, 2, I think we're going to pick the birdhouse. So we're going to get 3. And I'm going to pick the reef as well, because I think the reef would be really nice to colour. So I think the more page options we've got, the better. It means that we've got some options. So how many have we got? Yeah, 4. So that's 4 there already. 4. Yep, okay, so we've got 5, we got 6, 7, 8, we got 9, and then I got to pick one more. I actually have something in mind for this, so I think I'm gonna, and you know what, that wave one that's perfect for that. That's 10. All right, we got 10. Let's find out what pages we're gonna get. So back to the spinning wheel picker over here. I will zoom you in so we can see it. So we go to the number generator and we can actually change it, so we can put 1 to 10 and save. All right, let's get a random number. So, all right, let's find out, shall we? Well, let's bring the book back so that we know what pages we're going to be colouring. Let's get a random number. Okay, number 4, so the 4th page. Let's note this down, okay. So 1, 2, 3. We've got the birdhouse. How cool is that? Okay. All right, we're doing the birdhouse, people. We're doing the birdhouse. So number 1 is the birdhouse. I need to write this down. So this is for the month of September. I need to write this down or I'm going to forget it. And we don't want me forgetting things. So let's... And you know what else is great we're going to use to remember this? This is Sarah Renae Clark's diary. So I'm just going to zoom out a little. Sarah Renae Clark's big journal. And we are going to be, so this is for the month of September. So we're going to write down here in September what we picked. So we got trackers. Okay, so over here on this month, over here where we've got tasks. Okay, so number 4. So we're going to put, it was number 4. So this is going to be the page. So this is the birdhouse page. Okay. Next. Got a lot going on here, don't I? Goodness. All right, next page. I think you can all see that, but I just like to zoom in, but I'll keep that zoomed out. We can still see that number, can't we? All right, so number 4 is out, so if number 4 comes up, we'll just keep going till we get another number. So we're going to pick 4 pages. Number 6. Let's find out what number 6 is. So that's number 4. So we got 5 and 6. It's the bee flower. Okay, so that's the bee flower. So that's number 6. Next one. Number 1, okay. Number 1, you know what number 1 is? The lanterns. This is good. This is fun. And then last one. All right, we're going to pick again because we've already picked number 4. Number 2, so what's number 2? Oh, number 2 is the other side. We're gonna, okay, I can have some fun with this one. All right, so that's all the pages. That's the picking out of the way. So that was number 2, wasn't it? Yep, I believe. Yep, number 2. So we'll call that the hanging leaves. Okay, So they're all the pages. So we'll just go through that again. So number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which is over here, the birdhouse. So we're going to colour this in. Or I'm going to colour this in. Number 6, which is the bee flower, this one. And then number 1, which is the lanterns, which is this one. And then number 2, which is the other side of these leaves. So I did this off camera. So maybe we could do we do something completely different on this side? Or do we bring this across to here? Do we do the leaves and everything the same, but do a different background with Neocolor 2s? So, and obviously the white border, yeah, that sort of thing. Do we do something similar, but more, do we do a blue background? Do we do a nighttime background? What do we do? What do I do? What do I do? Help! Color palettes. So because I've used the spinner wheel to pick the pages, pick the artist of the month, and then the pages in the book that we're picking, do I do color palettes? Do we do something completely random and pick color palettes from the color cubes? I mean, we're celebrating Sarah Renae Clark, so do we use all of Sarah Renae Clark's coloring tools to help us pick our color palettes? Maybe that could be really fun. Let's do that. You know what? I've made a decision and we're going to do that. I've got both color cubes, so we've got like 500 choices. We've got 500 color palettes to choose from. Now, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, picking a color cube card for me is like starting off at a starting point. So it will help me decide obviously which colors I can utilize, but you might be able to add some things in. So you might find how I did this one, this page, I started off with 1 or 2 color cube cards and we ended up getting 4. It's because I like to pick, I look at color cube cards that have a similar palette but might introduce an interesting, like another color, so that I could get the pink flowers and these over here. So that's sort of what I'm thinking of doing. So let's start from number 4, which is the birdhouse. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to pick. All right, so the way that I like to do this, I like to pick a color cube card for the foreground, so the birdhouse and the leaves and everything, or two color cube cards for that. And then I like to pick a color cube card for the background. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to be able to test, but essentially we're going to have 3 color cube cards. So that's going to be interesting. So let's do that. So this is for the birdhouse. So we're going to bring this back so we can see everything. So that's what we're going to do. Let's do it. Lost my tiny decisions. All right. So I've got to adjust that to 500. If it picks the same. All right. Back to the number generator. Okay. Let me get my color cubes. I've already got them out, which is brilliant. They're already here. I've got the color cubes. This is 1. This is 2. Let's find out what random number we get, shall we? So this is for the birdhouse. So we could turn it into a magical birdhouse. 13. Okay. That'll be over here. Okay. All right. I'm okay with this. That's a lovely color palette. I am okay with this. So this is color palette 13. So I'm going to write that next to it. So in the notes here. So we've got 13. That's just so that I know. Okay. Now the next one that we're going to pick is also for the birdhouse. So we've got 2. It gives us some choices. Okay. 402. That'll be in this side. Okay, so we've got some, I see what I mean? Somehow, accidentally, we've got like some similar colors here. So we've got like hunter green over here and dark green, and then you got, so you see what I mean? Like it gives you more options. So we're going to have a very colourful birdhouse. It's not going to be the natural brown. It's going to be something else. Maybe we've painted it. Maybe the gardener's decided that she wants to paint it. So that's what we're going to be doing. But we've got two beautiful colour palettes to go off for the birdhouse itself. So that's 402. I'm very happy with that. I'm writing this down in my book. Now, for the background, what do we get for the background? What colours do we get to play around with for the background? 426. All right, let's see what 426 is all about. Oh, okay. How cool, look at this. So this is for the background. And then you've got the, so these are the color, well, you can't see all of that, but these are the color palettes that we're working with. They actually all coincidentally all work really well together. I'm very happy. So we've got the background and then the foreground here. So this is our color palette. I like it because you've got the greens that sort of go there and you've got the blue there. So we could make a really nice daytime sky here with some of these colors, or we can make it look like nighttime or sunset. So many things we could do with these colors. So I'm very happy with that as well. So the background is 426. Okay, that is the color palette for the birdhouse. Next one. Okay, so the next one is the bee flower. Do we do it traditional? Do we do a big sunflower with a big yellowy gold bee? Or do we make it look really random? I'm thinking maybe for the bee and the flower, or maybe we'll paint the bee. I'll do the bee in a natural color, like a normal bee color, but we'll pick the flower. But the flower's a sunflower, so for me it's yellow. But it doesn't have to be a yellow sunflower. It could be dark or nighttime for all we know. There might be some pink hues in there. It doesn't have to be normal standard colors these days, do they? Let's have a look and see what a color cube gives us. 78. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, I'm happy. Yep, we've got, I think that's a cool, yep, I'll take that. Will you take that? I'll take that. Okay, so we've got 78. Okay, next one. $3.54. So remember, these two are going to be the foreground. Oh, I like this for the background, but that's okay. That's all right. So we've got these colors to kind of go with the bee and the flower. I think this could be really interesting. So that is $3.54. And then for the background, $1.46. Oh, okay, that's cool. So we've got 146. So I reckon, but coincidentally, the top two kind of all mix with each other. Like you've got the, the browns, and then I think we could definitely do. I can do something with that. That's cool. 146 for the background. Okay, that is the bee. Now for the lanterns. let's see what we get for the lanterns. $76. Okay. If it's already been picked, we pick something else. Oh, yep. Okay, I'm happy. Yep, the lanterns. Yep, 76. Next one. $120. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, yep. So we've got some nice colours here. So these are colour palettes I would never use. So I'm quite happy with that. So that's $120. I'm just giving myself options here. So two colour palettes here that we can, that's for the foreground. Now what about the background? What do we do for the background? Now I'm still going to give it a glow. It just depends on whether it's a nighttime background. Let's see what this brings, shall we? 132. That's not too far away from the other one. Oh, there we. Okay. Oh wow. App, what are you doing to me? I mean, we can play with that. I mean, I've done it before. Like we could, you know what we could do? We could go from like that a dark green, because if you flip it over, you've got like, we could use probably the darker colors, and we could go from like that dark Kelly green into the light green and then into the amber. Or maybe what we could do is like a red into an ambery yellow sort of color. Maybe we could use that into the background. That's an idea. Maybe we could have a red hue, like you know, the sunsets red. You know how sometimes you can get that red sunset. I might do that. That's an idea. So it works. See, that's the thing. You just got to think outside the box. This is just a starting point. So there's 132. Okay, that is the lantern. And now we've got to do the hanging leaves. Now, I already know what we did for that. So that one we've already sort of decided. So in my book here for August, for the hanging leaves, so I think I used Color Cube card and I did not write it down. Silly me. Why did I not write it down? Oh dear. Oh well. I will find it. So I know what it looks like. One thing I didn't write down was a Color Cube card. Silly me. Silly me. Yeah, that one. Yep, that's the one. Yep, that's it. That one. So yeah, so that's the Color Cube card that we used on the other side. So okay. While I'm here we go. Cool. Let's try and find a night sky. Come on, give me something that I can work with a night sky. 68, okay. That's definitely... Okay, we can work with that. I think that's definitely something we can work with. Okay, so we've got these colours and then the sky. I like the idea of that sky, so maybe we could sort of do that with our near colours. Okay, cool. So 68. So we've got, for the hanging leaves, we have 193, and then for the background we have 068. Okay. All right, that is all of our that is the plan for the month. We are dedicating the month to Sarah Renae Clark because that is what our spinner wheel has given to us. So let's just do a bit of a recap of what's happening so we all know what's going on. Okay, so All right. So, all right, so 426. So this is the bird box. So these are all the bird box. So we're doing, so this was the first page that got picked, and these are the color palettes for that. And then we picked number 6, which I believe is the bee, which it'll be this one, the bee. And the bee, I believe we picked, what was it, 78, so it's not that one, I think it was this one. Yeah, so this is the bee color palette. It's for the bee, that's for those pages. And then we did number 1, which was the lanterns, so that's all the way down to page 1. So the lanterns were these ones, so you've got these to sort of go off. I think this would be really nice with all the flowers around the lanterns. And then this could be really interesting with the background if I did like sort of like a dark red, like a maybe a burgundy sky. I reckon that'll look really cool. We can work with that. We don't have to use every color, we can just use some of those colors. So that's good. So that's that one. And then the last one, which is the hanging leaves, which was number 2. We're going to complete the other side. So this is going to be the leaves and everything, because we want the leaves to be the same over here to bring this across, but we're going to do the background different just to make it a little interesting. And I'm thinking I want to do this lovely orange blue sort of, like, it's almost like you could do it that way or you could do it that way. Yeah, you could do it that way or we could do it that way. But I'm thinking I really like this orange sky, so we might do the orange sky. We'll figure that out. That could be fun. It'll look very similar, but just different colours. So I think we could really work with that. Or we could do the blue into the pink sky maybe. Like that's also something we could potentially do. We could go that way or we could go that way. I'll figure that out later. But that is the colour palettes. So, Spinner Wheel has spoken. Sarah Renae Clark is going to be the artist of the month, and I'm going to be, for the channel, I'm going to be solely colouring in this book. I love this book. I'm excited about this. As you can see, I'm a big fan of Sarah Renae Clark. I use her journal, I use her dotted journals and her light journals, her big planner, and her colour cube cards. So that's really cool. So the month of September is dedicated to Sarah Renae Clark. Well done. So that's cool. So, which means she'll be taken out of the next batch. So every time we pick an artist of the month, they'll be removed from my spinner wheel so that to give another artist an opportunity. But yeah, that's my plans for the next couple of months, with the exception of Christmas. Christmas time, we're going to be colouring in some Christmas things. So Christmas gives us a bit of a break. And we're gonna work, yeah, so I hope you are all as excited as I am about this. I'm really excited about this. Yeah, let's colour in some more in this book. This is good. This means that this book is going to get more colour in it, and that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I've got so many new colouring books and I want to colour in them, but I don't know how to choose. So I'm making a spinner wheel choose for me. That's why I've done it this way. So, without further ado, for the next couple of weeks, Vibrant Wilds by Sarah Renae Clark. Here we go. Well, there we have it. We've got the artist of the month here. That's a Sarah Renae Clark. We'll be colouring in 4 pages from her book. Well, I'll be colouring in 4 pages from her book this month for my channel. And then let's see what October brings. Who knows? I'm hoping for Hannah Carlson, but let's see what the spinner wheel does for us in October. Until October, happy colouring. I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.